In 2024, the seven-time world champion Lewis Hamilton seemed to lose his touch. His once dominant form on the track appeared to falter, and fans were left questioning, what happened to the driver who made history time and time again? Could it be the car, or was it something deeper? Today, we uncover the shocking truth behind Hamilton's struggles as Mercedes reveals the real reasons for his challenges this season. It's been a roller coaster year for Hamilton. The 2024 season has been nothing short of frustrating, both for him and his fans. At a time when Hamilton's legacy was cemented as one of the greatest F1 drivers, something seemed off this year. He just couldn't match the consistency and pace we're used to seeing from him. Despite all the passion and effort, there was always something just not quite right. Was it his mindset? Was it the car? Or was it something else entirely? For the first time in years, Hamilton found himself being outperformed by his relatively inexperienced teammate, George Russell. Hamilton, who's typically the one to lead the charge, found himself constantly battling issues with the car. It wasn't just one race, it was an ongoing struggle. Mercedes took a long, lengthy look at the situation and finally admitted what was going wrong. It wasn't just about Hamilton being outpaced by Russell. There was a much more technical explanation. The team revealed that Hamilton's struggles were largely down to a mismatch between his driving style and the car. The W15, the car he was supposed to lead the charge with, just didn't suit him. Andrew Chauvelin, who happens to be the head of trackside engineering at Mercedes, said that Hamilton's driving style, such as his ability to trail brake and rotate a car, was not associated with the setup of the car. These discrepancies made Hamilton face severe problems, especially in cases where he had to deal with brake locking and oversteering, which consequently affected his qualifying performance. These technical nuisances eventually shattered Hamilton's confidence, making it difficult for him to extract the pace that we all know he possibly can. Just when it seemed that all things could not possibly get worse, another bombshell dropped. Hamilton was leaving Mercedes after 12 years. This shocked fans who were used to seeing the guy shine over the years in the team. But the fact is that it has long been coming. The car from Mercedes, which has been quite a source of frustration for Hamilton, could not be reconciled to his driving style, a change that he has tried to cope with many attempts, yet the team could not make the calls to bring him back. But Hamilton's next chapter is already unfolding. He is going to join Ferrari in the 2025 season, thus completing the cycle of one era but opening the doors to another. A multi-year deal with Ferrari has already been signed, and this moment is no surprise for the fans, who have been waiting for years to witness it. The million-dollar question: will this new team promise success for Hamilton, or will it be the same hardships he had to undergo previously? Mercedes did not take Hamilton's suffering as a mere hiccup. It conducted an extensive study to grasp the reason why the W15, a car that had been a success over previous seasons, was not delivering to the champion this year. It became evident that the design and setup of the car played a vital role. The study cast its flashlights on various aspects like aerodynamics, tire wear, as well as overall car balance, thus uncovering much deeper issues plaguing Hamilton's performance. Mercedes finds engineers that the W15 suits the driving characteristics of his teammate, George Russell. Russell, being a new, fresher, and more adaptable driver, actually managed to extract more as he seemed to feel the capabilities of the car. It opened up a huge performance gap between him and Hamilton, with the latter's exceptional ability to squeeze the very last drop out of any car becoming impaired due to a combination of aspects beyond control. The team did not walk away from this issue, but they stated such issues would include how problems could be solved. According to them, they saw the need for a car that already bore Hamilton's impressive high-speed cornering and aggressiveness in driving. The design constraints, though, proved difficult to correct in the short term, despite their best intentions of applying modifications. For Hamilton, this was hard, but did have to happen. It ultimately meant much more than just altering his driving style. It meant buying a car that would enable him to show his true potential on the track. Among the given peculiarities of Lewis Hamilton, one of his salient peculiarities is the unique mannerisms he adopts when driving. With the years coming to an end in all likelihood since he earned his reputation, Hamilton enjoys calling his shots from the adaptive end, that is, even with his oddities, making him squeeze the driving performance from any car to its last drop. It doesn't matter whether it is a wet track or a hairpin bend. Hamilton's performance puts him among the most successful and maybe one of the best top drivers Formula One has ever made. However, Hamilton's style is more than just raw speed. It represents extremes in terms of precision and control. He is one of the best trailblazers in the sector, making it possible for him to keep a straight line while entering sharp turns very fast. This functionality requires an immense understanding of a car's dynamics and the highest levels of control, which most drivers just don't possess. However, of course, this was not assigned to the W15, which was not as compatible with Hamilton's ways of working as his predecessors. The balance of the car and its setup, which were meant for Russell's style of driving, are now talons to Hamilton. Hamilton got depressed concerning his adaptation, since the W15 was not very stable around certain corners. Try as he might, it became harder to bring out the same pace for the lap times as earlier since the car quite simply gaffled his driving. The mismatched features of the vehicle took away his confidence and compounded the feeling of depression going right through the season. In pushing the car, Hamilton will continue to impress, but even he will falter with the world's best if the car cannot flow with style. The apparent mismatch between Hamilton and the W15 proved one of the reasons his performance this year sank like a petrol-soaked rag, underscoring just how critical the driver-car relationship becomes for seamless operation. As the 2024 season rolled on, it became more and more evident that Lewis Hamilton's days with Mercedes were numbered. The issues with the W15 added to Hamilton's doubts, considering the dynamics evolving at Mercedes. Despite the team's efforts to work out solutions, Hamilton grew more apart from Russell as the reality settled in, and the car that no longer catered to him continued to sink. In a twist of events that caught everyone off guard, rumors began swirling around Hamilton's going to Ferrari. The idea of Hamilton at Ferrari fired up the fans, for it would be a radical change in the face of F1. Here, at a team that had much to show but almost nothing to boast of recently as far as championships go, Hamilton could give his required refreshing start to his already marked career, as well as break into titles once more. Hamilton could thereby add one more feather to his cap: his very different driving style in a team currently lacking a leader to push them back to the forefront. While not officially declared yet, speculation of a possible transfer to Ferrari is gaining more ground. Indeed, this is a chance for Hamilton to reignite and have another shot at the title during the twilight of his career, effectively putting him in a position to compete and triumph in high-stakes battles. Loosely translated, bringing those things where he is losing in Mercedes and placing those at the disposal of Ferrari. In the end, Lewis Hamilton's struggles in 2024 are a reminder of how quickly things can change in Formula One. Despite his remarkable talent, even the greatest drivers can face challenges when the car they rely on isn't up to par. Mercedes' evaluation of Hamilton's struggles has shed light on the complexity of the situation, highlighting how vital the car-driver relationship is to success. As Hamilton looks ahead to potential new opportunities, including a move to Ferrari, the future remains uncertain. But one thing is clear: Lewis Hamilton is far from finished in Formula One, and whatever comes next, his legacy as one of the greatest drivers of all time is already secure. And what do you think regarding Hamilton's probable switch to Ferrari? Could it be the needed ignition for him to reclaim his prior dominance? Let us know what you think below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more F1 updates.